Well, hello there, health coaches. We are back for another Coach the Coach session. And today I'm here with Lisa, who is new. She's at the beginning of her coaching business and is feeling a little overwhelmed with social media and putting her face on video. Lisa, thanks for joining me today.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so happy to be here. Excited.
And your face is on video like right now. So how's it feel?
It feels good, but nervous too.
You look great. Your lighting's good. Your background is nice. I am literally
Thank
sitting
you.
on the floor of my boyfriend's house recording against just like a solid wall because that's, you do what you got to do, but you're looking
Yeah.
very professional over there. So good
Oh,
start.
thank you.
Why don't you tell everybody just a little bit about how long you've been coaching and what you've done so far in your business?
Okay. So I got my health coach certification actually in 2018. I know that was a few years ago. My mother became critically ill, and unfortunately, I had to kind of just put everything on hold. And I'm also a registered nurse. And so I do work full time as a school nurse. I happen to be off in the summer. And what I've been working on, though, I feel like I've made quite a bit of progress lately with, I've made 2 landing pages. And by the way, my niche is to help postmenopausal women balance their hormones naturally, gain energy, lose weight, and stop living so stressed out so that they can begin to thrive in postmenopause and actually enjoy life. I built my own website through Wix, and it's called thriveinprimetimehealth.com. And so I've created 2 landing pages this week, actually 3 landing pages this week. I have put up got Stripe together so that I could actually take a payment. I've been working on my health coaching program in HPU. So I've been working on the email sequence and trying to get all those emails in order, the 4 emails, welcome ones. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing all of these things and feel like I'm really ready very soon to launch. And I'm trying to pick a media platform.
Right. Okay. Sounds like you've been doing lots of stuff. I would argue you are already ready to launch. We can start seeing clients with nothing more than a pen and a notebook. You don't need all the stuff to start seeing clients. But as you've been thinking about how you want to market yourself and where you're going to be sharing these landing pages and websites and things that you're working on, what is encouraging you to seek out help? Like why not just start somewhere? What are the barriers? What's getting in your way?
I keep going back and forth. Do I just start with social media? Facebook. I'm concerned about what I can put out there on Facebook. What if can I put just a link only? There's a few, I'm just concerned about doing the wrong thing, I guess. And that's kind of holding me back. Can I just put out a link to a landing page and just post about some healthy content that would have eating content or what have you that has to do with postmenopausal women? And then I'm not sure, there's part of me that wants to just start a YouTube channel and start with the videos. And I don't know if I should be in. Oh, and then I thought of Pinterest. Oh, wait a minute. Pinterest is a website, engine, a search engine. So maybe that's even easier. And I'm just trying to think, what is best for me that I would thrive in doing.
Okay, good. I like that thought process. You also mentioned before we hit record, you were saying, I don't want to be posting every day and feel like I'm a slave to social media.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to ask a couple different questions and we'll kind of work toward an answer here. Okay. For starters, when we think about postmenopausal women, which social media platform do you know they are already on? They're already very active on. Like, do we know that they're using Pinterest? Your friends,
I think they are. And mm-hmm. I definitely think Facebook. Mm-hmm. I think some are on Instagram. I don't think, my guess would be probably not TikTok as much, but I could be wrong. Those would be the ones I would think.
And do you think that they're subscribing to a lot of YouTube channels, watching the YouTubers as like
Yes,
one of the main places they're hanging
I
out?
do. I do,
Yes.
because I know I watch a lot of YouTube video. My friends tell me they watch YouTube videos, so I do think they are there.
Okay, that's interesting. Because I would say, like, that's first and foremost. Like you said, we can probably rule out TikTok. We can, maybe if we had to pick between Instagram and Facebook, just based on what you already know about these women, they're probably more active on Facebook.
Yes, definitely.
So that all sounds right in line. So when we're choosing these things, we want to think about our target market. Where do they
Okay.
want to be? Where are they already showing up? Where are they active and engaged? Great. Okay, we got that. But the next thing that I want to ask you is, if social media didn't exist, because it didn't not that long ago, we all remember those days, right?
Yes.
Then how would you promote yourself?
Yes, in person. I mean, I don't know how else I would.
Yeah.
That
Now, let's just talk about that for a second, because as you know, because you are, an HPU member as well, we teach you how to do workshops. We teach you how to get booked on podcasts, and which, in the old days would have been a radio show or, being on morning TV, but, being in the media.
Mhm.
What about showing up, doing some speaking engagements? What about doing things offline? Before we talk about online, what about doing things offline?
Yes, and I think with COVID, there was a big, I had my concerns about putting myself out there in bigger, settings. So that kind of held me back too. But now I don't feel that it would.
Mhm.
So I actually will be attending my church, a women's group,
Okay.
um, this coming Monday. And I already was talking to a few of them, and I had a non-paying client friend of mine who was, she said she needed the help, and I just didn't want to charge her. And so I was getting practice with her. And then she told another lady in the group. So possibly from that, that's a start in person.
Yes, I love that. And if you were to do some type of workshop or presentation or whatever for the women's group at your church, could you potentially bring that to other churches in your region?
Mhm. I would think so.
I would think so. I mean, my goodness, there's this existing network
Mhm.
and I'm sure there's a women's group or different types of groups at every church that you could go to in your whole state.
True.
So that's a great possibility. Okay. Where else in real life, not online, might you find your postmenopausal women? Where else are they hanging out?
Hopefully like uh, weight loss clinics. I mean, doctor's offices, obviously, gyms. I would
Mm-hmm.
think some of them were in gyms.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's what's coming to my mind. Maybe yoga places, Pilates
Yep.
studios.
Yep. And when I think about yoga studios in particular, I guess because I've done a lot of yoga, but I always think that there are some studios that are really geared toward the 20 somethings. It's very
Yes.
trendy. It's very hot. It's very, energetic, the kind of
Yes.
class that, like, if I tried to take my mom to, she would be like, ah, I can't do this. I'm already too hot. So,
Yeah. Yeah. That would
so
be
are
me.
there studios, right? Are there studios that cater to a slightly older crowd?
Yeah.
More
I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. Yeah, I haven't looked into them myself. I just have joined regular gyms, and all. I haven't actually sought out postmenopausal women where they hang out at gyms. But maybe that's obviously something I should do. Look into it.
Yeah, same with Pilates studios, even with gyms. Some gyms are more of a younger gym rat kind of crowd. And of course, anybody can go, but you may find that some gyms cater more exclusively to women. They cater more exclusively to an older crowd. It just has a more gentle vibe to it,
Mhm.
whatever. But you want to find those places because if they're there, they are already doing something. They're trying to do something for their health,
Yes,
which
yes.
means, they're going to welcome learning more about how they can do that. So those are all great ideas. I love all of those.
Mhm.
So Lisa, when you're putting your energy and your time and all your effort into marketing yourself, what have you thought about taking 50% of it at least and putting it toward getting yourself into these in-person marketing opportunities instead of 100% of the time thinking, I got to put this on social media?
That's a real shift that I think I need to take. Yes.
And not that women 50s, 60s, 70s aren't on social media. They absolutely are. But of, of any demographic you could be targeting, like these are women who spent most of their life without social media. So they're very
Yes.
accustomed to the idea of doing things in person, and perhaps less accustomed to coming across somebody online and then suddenly paying them a lot of money to become a client.
Yes.
That may
Yes.
feel even more foreign.
Yes.
You may do better in person.
That makes sense. It does. But don't I, at that point, I would need business cards, correct, to because if you show up in person, don't you have to leave something with the business if they're going to consider you?
Well, these days it's a lot of, I'm going to send you an email. I don't ever use business cards. It's,
Oh,
you have a
okay.
conversation, a quick conversation. Hey, I'll email you about that. And then you do. And you know what's at the bottom of your email? A signature, and it's got your title and your phone number, whatever you need them to have. It's basically a business card, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that, because now that makes it easier.
Oh yeah, poof, I release you from having to get business cards.
I'm
I
thinking
had
that's another thing I have to do now.
No, I had some printed up when I first started my business, never used them. I had a bunch printed up a couple of years ago because I had just redone my whole website and it felt like the thing to do. Never used them.
Oh, okay.
You
So I'll
just
avoid
don't
it.
need. Yeah, if someone's like, "Oh, do you have a card?" Usually these days, what do you do when you meet someone? "Oh, I'll text you my number
That's true.
or I'll email you." And they're like, "Oh, great," because that's just easier anyway. They can't lose it.
That's right. Yeah, we use email like constantly, texting.
Yeah, right. So don't worry
Mhm.
about that sort of thing. So let's say that, let's see, right now it's July. Oh my God, I had to think about that. What month is it? It's July. And if you spent July and August, maybe September, putting effort into getting workshops set up, looking into speaking possibilities, speaking engagement possibilities, I would say you could probably get some things set up for the fall.
Okay.
Take some time, right? You have to negotiate schedules and talk to the right people and whatever, but you could probably get that set up for the fall, and most certainly could get things set up for the beginning of next year.
Mhm.
You might even be able to get things set up sooner. I don't know, but some people have their calendar planned out in advance more than others, different venues. And as you know, inside HPU, we have the steps that you will take in order to reach out to somebody,
Yeah.
get the green light, get the go ahead, pitch them a workshop. All that is there for you. So it's just a matter of putting the time against it.
Yes. And making sure I have the workshop together, because that's
Yep. And we'll help you
um,
with that too.
yeah, sounds good.
Excellent. Okay, great. Because I have a feeling you're going to make progress faster. You're going to build relationships faster. When you meet someone in person, it's kind of like the equivalent of meeting 1,000 people online or 1,000 people online seeing you, because there's just one in-person connection. It's so valuable.
Yes, that makes sense. Yep.
There's so much built-in trust there.
Mhm.
Good. Good, good,
Yeah,
good, good, good. Okay,
good
so
strategy.
if you're doing that on this side, right, in real life, in person, and you're meeting people, and then you also are spending some time on social media, you don't have to put all your eggs in that basket. So you don't have to post every single day or be the biggest, best YouTube star there ever was. You know
I
what
don't
I
know
mean?
about that, but yes, I do.
You're what do they say in investing? You're diversifying your assets, right? If you diversify the ways that you promote yourself, then it's not like, yeah, all your eggs are in this one basket with YouTube and it's do or die, because that's a lot of pressure.
Yes. And if it's based on the video that I tried to do, yeah, I don't want to put it all in that basket.
Right, based on your experience so far. I mean, who
Yeah,
knows? It could totally happen, but you don't want to put that pressure on yourself from the get-go.
right.
When you, and that was 2018 when you graduated, right?
I did. Yes.
Did you feel, because I keep seeing this with health coaches, did you feel like when you graduated, you were told, or somehow it was implied through school, or maybe they just said to you that you're going to find all your clients on social media?
I was under impression I could choose if I wanted to go social media route or in person. I never really thought about like most both doing both or even both at the same time. And there really wasn't the part of the course that, other than what they're teaching you as far as healthy eating and so forth, there was no business end of it. So I was trying to figure it all out on my own. And then, like I said, my mother was ill and everything had to go on hold and she ended up passing away. But yeah, I think it sounded to me more like you're going to go one direction or another, or at least that's kind of how I took it. But now when you're saying about 50% of my time, then I could do both.
You can absolutely do both. And what you'll probably find is that, you won't become the hottest thing on YouTube or Facebook probably overnight, but you may meet people in person. And then the next thing that you tend to do these days is you go look that person up. You go look for them on Facebook, whatever. You find their thing online. So you met them in person. Now they can say, oh, like, let me see some things that Lisa's posted. Oh, I'm getting even a better feeling for who she is. So they can supplement each other
Yes.
and really work well together. And I find that's faster, that's more organic, right?
Yeah.
Than just let me use the right hashtags and somehow hook people in who are perfect
Yes.
strangers.
True. And then with what you're saying is that then I could gain, just experience in person, which I know I need. So, and confidence. And then, like you said, social media, yeah, I can point them to social media too. And even the friend that I had, a non-paying client, she said, "Oh, let me know as soon as you post something, and I'll resend it, to my friends and so forth." So she's already told me that, and she'll give me a testimonial.
Great. I love it.
Mhm.
Now, as for that other 50% of your energy that you will, I mean, social media is an amazing tool. I just personally think that between, gosh, I don't know what schools have been teaching lately, and then COVID, everyone just got this impression that here is how health coaches find clients. We go on social media and like DM people and just be creepy in people's inboxes and try to find clients. I don't understand that, but thankfully we're not stuck behind our computer screens anymore, so we can be out there. But when we are there, I know you're talking about doing video. Would it feel more, I'm just guessing, would it feel more comfortable if you focused on using Facebook, whether it's a Facebook page or a Facebook group, and then within that you can sometimes do video, and sometimes, you can post other things,
Mhm.
so you can test out this whole video thing little by little. If it goes well and you're getting more comfortable, you can take those videos, or you can start making videos that you also publish to YouTube.
Okay.
Because
I don't think you can connect them, right? Or like, there's not a way of connecting them. No.
wouldn't happen automatically, but it would be a matter of take even like this video, we're live streaming it into Facebook as we're recording, but I'm also recording it on Zoom right now. So once you have a video asset, it can be uploaded different places. I'm just suggesting it because if you start on YouTube, you're pretty much saying, I'm going to create a lot of videos.
Okay. Oh. I have to consider that one then.
Right. But Facebook gives you a little more leeway.
Mhm. Okay.
And whether it's video or it's just text or it's an image or whatever, what are some topics? Let's just do a little brainstorming here. What are some things that you could post in order to not just educate postmenopausal women, because we can all be nerds and talk about, hormone balancing and things like that. But what are some maybe fun or interesting or engaging things that they're likely to comment on, they're likely to engage with you on? What do they like to talk about?
Well, one of them I think is just being able to lose enough weight to get back into your jeans that you want to wear, that you may have gained a few pounds and you can't wear them. I don't know if
Okay.
that's fun, but it seems to be a common desire.
I will agree with you. That is a common desire. What else? What else do they like to talk about in life?
Their kids,
Yes.
their families,
Yes.
what they're doing,
Their grandkids.
their grandkids.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Their health. I don't know if not that that's fun, but it can be. Um,
Travel.
Travel, yes. It's a big one.
Food.
Food is everywhere. And people are always interested in that. Yeah.
Okay. So the reason I'm saying this is because sometimes we think when we create content, it's got to be educational somehow. We are the, Encyclopedia Britannica of postmenopausal women's health. And everything we post is going to talk about the weight loss and the whatever, hot flashes or the this, or, I don't know, all the different problems with someone's health. And sometimes it can fall flat. Sometimes it's good and people appreciate it. But I also want to encourage you to talk about topics that generate engagement, because that's the name of the game on social media. If you post something and nobody comments and nobody likes it, it does very little for you. In order for algorithms to work in your favor, you need the comments. So maybe you're posting about stories about your grandchildren, or you're sharing a recipe for chocolate something or other. These are more likely to get a lot of engagement.
That's true.
Than, let me tell you 4 things you should be doing for your health this year.
But okay, by doing that, I know you don't have to always put a link to something, but if you do want to have a call to action for a free consultation call, how would posting, I have a new granddaughter who's like 2 months old.
Yeah.
Cutest thing. And so I have put that up there, but that didn't seem like that would go with putting a link into a free call. It's seems to clash to me. So are you saying sometimes don't put a call to action about anything or a link and just post things like that? That means
sort of. Yeah. Sometimes a call to action can be download this thing, book this call, very specific business things that you want them to do like that. But sometimes a call to action can be leave a comment below, drop an emoji, or, tell me in the comments if blankety blank, in order to get the engagement, build the relationships. And those are really important call to action too. So you can mix it up. But even a story about your granddaughter, gosh, we've been doing a lot of this in my copywriting course. So I'm going to do with you now what we've been doing in there.
Okay.
Let's say, so your granddaughter's 2 months old, you said?
Yes.
That's so sweet.
Mhm.
Okay. This would be very easy if she was like a toddler, but let's do it anyway with her being just 2 months old. How do you think being healthy helps you in either enjoying your granddaughter more or being able to be a bigger help to her parents, the overall family? Have you been able to, be there for the overnights that are so hard? If you were not healthy, what would that keep you from in terms of your granddaughter?
Well, you wouldn't be able to, if you don't feel well, you won't be able to enjoy her like you want to. And then you won't be able to help, my son and daughter-in-law, let's say, like you would want to. So the healthier that I am, then the more that I can enjoy her and just enjoy the fact that I can be of help to my kids.
Yes. And then if you think like 3 years from now, when she's scrambling all over the place and running around and you want to be able to get down on the floor and play with her, that's difficult if you're in
Yes.
pain and you're
Yes.
heavy and you can't get up and down off the ground.
Yes, that's true. Playing, helping,
Yeah.
lifting, carrying. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Just, playing with dolls or something is going to require a certain amount of mobility. So you could post a picture of your granddaughter and then talk about this, and then I think 3 years from now when she's going to want to play with dolls and, I'm so glad that I'll be able to get up and down on the ground in order to do that, or the Barbie dream house or whatever it is. you know, this is a pain point for a lot of grandparents who
It
can't.
is. It is definitely
You-
that's great. I see the connection of how I could do that. And it's causing me to branch out.
Right. And you could do the same with travel, because if you're not feeling well, you don't want to travel, you get there, you're uncomfortable, you don't want to do anything, you can't walk, you can't, right, take advantage of wherever you are.
That is
You
true.
can do it with, everything that these women want to do in their lives. You can pretty much relate back to how much better they can be enjoying this second half of their life
Yes.
if they were feeling their best. And then comes the call to action if you wanted to have them book a call or download your free gift.
That gives me an idea when I take my trip soon.
Yes.
About creating a little video when I'm away and then relating it to health, being healthy.
Yeah, take lots and lots of videos. Take them all over the place. You don't have to use them all, but the more assets, the more pictures and video that you have, the more you'll be able to use them.
Mhm.
And
Great
then
idea.
if you put something up on Facebook or whatever it is, twice a week, is that a doable number?
Yes, that is. That's
Right.
definitely doable.
So I think what we have now sketched out for you looks like this. Over the next 6 months or so, you're going to hold a couple workshops in some gyms, at the church, Pilates studios, yoga studios, and about twice a week, you post something to Facebook. Sometimes it's a video and sometimes it's not. On a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable does that feel for you?
It feels comfortable. And it feels like I now finally have a plan that I didn't have. All these things were swimming in my mind. Oh, should you do this, that? And it just seemed a little, overwhelming.
Of course it does. And what you'll see online just feeds into that overwhelm, because you see people posting every day and you see people trying to sell you that Instagram course about becoming an Instagram star. And you're like, oh, I have to become the best social media person ever.
Yes. And I did that with Pinterest. Then I was looking at Oh, wait, then
Yeah.
I have to learn how to pin and do this and that. And I'm thinking, okay, that sounds good, but that's another course and all these things to do.
Yeah.
And I said, that's as good as it can be, it's going to hold me back from just getting started sooner.
Maybe next year, you'll start using Pinterest.
Mhm.
It'll just, as you have the space for it, as the first things become easy, other opportunities open up for you. Absolutely. I do think Pinterest would be an interesting place for you to be, but start with what's comfortable. Start with what you already know.
Yes. Yes,
You got
sense.
this.
Yes.
Lisa, thanks so much for joining today. And thank you for
Oh, you're
posing the
welcome.
question, because so many coaches, just like you, are out there thinking, oh, I don't want to spend all my time on social media. What do I do?
Yes. Thank you. It really does clarify it for me. Really appreciate it.
Glad that you could be here with me today. And for all of you listening and watching, if you'd like the chance to have a one-on-one mentorship call with me like this, just like Lisa did, you got to be part of our weekly mentorship group. We meet every week. We talk about everything that's going on for you. And it's just so lovely to have somebody or a whole group of somebodies to bounce things off of. You can join the wait list, because we'll be opening up enrollment at the end of the summer. Join the wait list at healthcoachpower.com/mentorship. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.